Hey, looky there. It's Mr. Tim on the front porch. Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode. Today we're going to read a book called Amy and Louie. And this is a really cool book. I've read this many times, and it's one of my favorite books about transitions, about friends leaving, because it uses a wonderful superpower that humans have, and it's in their brain. It's called imagination. They're able to use their imagination to help them feel a little bit better and to help them through tough times. So try and figure out, while I'm reading the book, when kids are using their imaginations, okay? And kids are wonderful, wonderful imagination users. As kids get older, some kids lose that power and sense of imagination, and some adults keep it from childhood and use it to their great power and benefit in whatever they do as an adult. So kids, remember, hold on to your imagination. It's a powerful tool. I hope you enjoyed this book, and we'll have a little chat afterwards. Amy and Louie by Libby Gleason and Freya Blackwood. Amy and Louie built towers as high as the sky. They dug holes deep enough to bury bears, and they saw magical creatures in clouds. When Amy was in the sandpit and Louie was on the swing, she called him across the yard with the special word her mom taught her. Coo-ee! Louie! Louie always came to play. When Louie was in the dressing up corner and Amy was with the Play-Doh, he called her across the room with the same special word, Coo-ee! Amy! Amy always came to play. When they were at home, they called to each other across the fence, Coo-ee! Louie! Coo-ee! Amy! One of them would soon come climbing through the gap with secrets to share. But one day, Amy and her family moved a long, long way away. To the other side of the world. Louie stopped building towers, digging holes, and staring at clouds. He no longer called to anyone across the yard, the room, or the fence. He thought about Amy every day and every night. In the place where Amy was, there was nowhere to dig holes or build towers, and the clouds only held raindrops. She thought about Louie every night and every day. If I call Amy really loudly, she'll hear me, won't she? Louie asked Mom. His mom shook her head. Amy's too far away, she said. When you're awake in the day, she is asleep at night. If I call Amy really, really loudly, she'll hear me, won't she? He asked Dad. His dad shook his head. Amy is halfway around the world, he said. When she is awake in the day, you are asleep at night. If I call Amy with the loudest call anyone could ever do, she'll hear me, won't she? He asked Grandma. Maybe, his grandma said. You can only try. Grandmas are the best. Grandmas and grandpas. They're always full of wisdom. So Louie spread his arms as wide as he could and threw back his arms and his head. Coo-ee! Amy! Can you try that at home? His cry rang out across the yard, across the street, and past the edge of town. Louis fell back and stared up at the sky, where clouds were making strange seahorses and wild, wild dragons. Across the ocean, in a city where tall buildings stretched to the sky, Amy woke and came sleepily to breakfast. "I had a lovely dream," she said. "I dreamt about Louis, and he called me." I hope you enjoyed that. All right, guys, what did you think of the book? I wish I could hear some of your thoughts. So did you see when they used their imagination? So many parts of the book, they were using their imagination. When they were playing, they were using their imagination. They were trying on the different clothes and outfits and playing. When they were looking up at the clouds and seeing all the shapes. When Louis was calling Amy, "Louis, Louis," from across the world. And Amy hearing it in her dreams. Yeah. Who's your favorite character in that book? I got a lot of favorite characters in that book. But the grandma is my favorite. Because, she kept the kids' hope and thought alive. Instead of the parents, when the parents said, no, I don't think she's going to hear you. She's on the other side of the world, and she's probably asleep while you're awake, so tough luck. But really, who knows? Who knows if Amy could or couldn't hear Louis from across the world? So the kid's smart enough to go to the grandma, too, and say, "Hey, do you think it's possible Amy can hear me?" And she says, "I don't know," because it's true. Who really does know? Grandma said, "You could only try." And Louis tried, and it helped him feel better. So I hope you're able to talk about whatever feelings you might be feeling. You might be feeling frustrated that you haven't been able to say goodbye to your friends in person. You might be feeling sad or lonely that your friends that are leaving, they're not going to be there next year. So you're kind of worried and sad that, you're not sure what you're going to do. And it could tie back to the other book we read in the transition, Gilbert the Great. There's always new friends coming in. So there's always the opportunity to be kind and friendly to others and to forge new friendships. But at the same time, it doesn't make saying goodbye any easier. So make sure you talk with a trusted adult or a friend or a sibling, anybody. A pet. Pets are awesome to talk to get your feelings out. Okay, so make sure you get those feelings out, share, and then once those feelings are out, you're able to move forward and be the strong person that you are. Okay, so stay strong, get those feelings out, and I'll read another book very soon. Okay, bye guys.